Hi there, I'm Andy Mack. I'd like to welcome you to this overview of MPC3. This is our biggest software update for the MPC standalone platform, elevating your productions, beat making, and live performances to a whole new level. MPC3 introduces some of the most incredible features and enhancements, everything from a brand new enhanced main mode, arranger mode, Q-Link macro controls, through to disk streaming, all on board your MPC. So why don't you join me in this overview and we'll take a closer look at all of these brand new features.
The first thing you'll see in MPC3 is the brand new main mode. This has been significantly enhanced, providing incredible visual feedback and fast access to all of your key features, speeding up your workflow. So let's start with our track tab. This allows us to navigate between all of our different track types, which are now displayed visually. I'm on a drum track, and as I hit each pad, you can now see the sample displayed in the main mode. We can move the start and end point. If we double tap the sample, this takes us straight into our track editor. Here we can edit, warp our sample, but we've also added 8 layers now per pad, which is amazing for sound design or crafting your own drum samples. We've also added the arrangement tab. Here we can visually see all of our MIDI and audio events recorded on the selected track. If we double tap the MIDI, this takes us straight into the MPC's piano roll, which has been updated, which now displays colors that correspond to your pads and your kits. And there's also a number of enhancements to the drum grid. If you hold down Shift, you'll also see a select all. Now, if we navigate to an audio track, we'll be able to visually see our audio. And here we can double tap on our audio, and this again takes us straight into our audio editor. From here, we can use our toolbar to edit, cut, move our region around, to add in warp and reverse, which is great for manipulating our audio track. And this can all be achieved directly from the main mode. You can also edit your plug-in instruments from the main mode. Navigate to an instrument track and you'll see a little icon. Press this will take you straight to the interface. Creating tracks in MPC has never been so easy. You now have a new track tab. Press this and we now display all of the different track types. We're going to press drums. Then we have a browser tab that takes us straight to our sound library. Here, we can load up a drum kit and it's instantly on the pads. We've also added a duplicate tab. Here, we can duplicate the current track that you have selected. Now, I have 2 instances of my drum kit. You can also sample direct to a pad in the new main mode. You see a record tab, simply press this, and now you can select the desired pad. Let's start our sample. And now we're sampling directly to that pad. Let's finish our sample. And now we'll go back to our main mode and our sample is now directly on the screen. Here we can double tap the sample, taking us straight into our editor. MPC3 features a one-to-one track workflow, speeding up your production. This means everything from kits, plug-in instruments to key groups are now loaded on their own unique track, making your projects clear and fast. You also have everything from subgroups, sender returns to your master channels, all with their own dedicated track. And you can also apply plug-in effects directly onto these mixer tracks. To edit sequences, you can access our track edit by hitting the pencil icon. Now you can see all the functions available. We can also press arrangement and press our pencil tool, and you can now access all of the editing functions available. Now if we go to the top to our sequence, we can now access all of our global sequence edit tools. The menu screen has been enhanced and improved with new graphics for MPC3. Track edit that used to be program edit, along with everything from track view, Q-links, through to sample edit and sampling. We've also added the new Excel channel strip. This enhances the mixing experience all within the main mode. Here we can quickly access everything from our volumes to our panning on each track and pad. If we press effects, this now brings up our plugin effects. Simply press the effect and now the interface will come up on the screen. We can also rearrange the order of our plugins simply by moving them up or down. Here I can just move flex beat down on our chain and we can move it back up. We can also turn our effects on and off simply by holding them down. Just hold your finger on the plugin and it will simply turn it on and off. And you can use this process across any of the insert channels. Now for our sends, we have an intelligent follower. So as we hit our sends, it brings up the return channel automatically. So I can hit number 3 or number 4, and now you see the returns and the plugins that have been assigned. Let's add some reverb on send 1. Now let's go to send 2, which has delay. And then the last tab is your I/O tab. Now, if we press the pad icon, this allows us to use the Excel channel strip to apply effects individually to our pads. Now, you can also access the Rack Effects factory library. Simply press the tab, and now you have a whole array of effects that you can apply to the selected track. Here, simply push down, and now the effects are loaded onto that channel. You also have a shortcut tab. Here, you can access all of your favorite features, from sounds to the new track editor, which used to be the program editor. Here, you can access all of your key features. If you go into the menu, you can customize these settings to create your own shortcuts. Simply hold on the icon and move it around the screen to customize your own layout. If you hold down a track, this takes you into the track settings. Here, we can actually change the reordering of our track number. So if we want to move our drums to track 2, so you can now reorder your tracks that fits your workflow. Now that you've seen the new main mode, let me show you how easy it is to make a beat using all of these new features. Now I've got a drum kit loaded on track 1, and I'm going to start with a melodic. And if we open up our Excel channel strip, well, I've got some effects assigned to our melodic sample, and we're going to control those from our cue links. So let's close that down, and we're on 4 bars. Let's hit record and play. Now let's turn on automation, and let's add flex beat with a hint of reverse. Just modernizing our loop, turn off automation, lay down our hats. Now as you see, the arrangement shows my MIDI events. Now let's go to note repeat. We'll add some triplets in there. Now let's add our kick and snare, press overdub. And again, you'll see the MIDI notes being entered into the arrangement. Now let's just finish off the drums with some textures and percussion. Now let's add our 808. So we're going to hit the pad, go to our track editor, and now turn this into a key group. Go to our arrangement and hit record. And now you see our notes being entered onto our grid. Now that we've done our bass line, we want to do a plug-in instrument track. Here, we can now select a plug-in instrument. We'll select a preset. And now let's lay down our piano melody. And again, all of your MIDI notes are represented in the arrangement. Now let's hit new track. Let's open up another plugin. Now to change the plugin, simply press on the tab. And here, any plugins that you own will be listed in MPC3, which are fully compatible. So let's find a preset. Lay down our melody, go to arrangement. Here we can see our notes. And to finish our track, let's go back to our drum track and add a vocal sample. As you can see, the new main mode really does speed up your beat production and workflow.